Hello all and welcome to today's class. Today our learning intentions are to understand how 5 and 10 cent coins go into $1, to apply simple addition and subtraction using money, using estimation to check the reasonableness of our money based on addition and subtraction, and to discuss different methods of addition and subtraction in regards to calculating the cost of certain things. Firstly, today I'm going to lay out our plan, alright? After I hand out the plastic coins, I'm going to get you all to discuss how 5 and 10 cent coins fit into $1, alright? Then I will bring out the play fruit, and we will discuss first of all the cost of each fruit, and then I want you to think about, and we will discuss this, how much of each fruit you might be able to purchase with your money. Alright? So I'm going to start handing out the coins, and while I do, if you have any questions, please ask. There you go. Yes, Jimmy. No, they're not real coins. Only plastic, unfortunately. And Karen? Good question. How much does everyone get? Everyone will get $5 worth of plastic coins. Alright? You might not all have the same amount of coins, since each coin is worth something different. Here you go. Alright. Great. Very good, guys. So, if you haven't already, I'll get you to take a look at the coins in your bag. Put them on your desk, but don't share them around. We want to make sure that you all have the same amount of money and no one gets more or less. Alright? Okay, so I want you to look at each of your coins and think about how much each one's going to be worth, alright? So I'll start with the little small one, okay? The one with the echidna, alright? Has anyone ever seen an echidna before? No? Neither have I. Alright? How much do you think that's going to be worth? Yes. 5 cents, that's correct. And what about the one with the bird, the big tail? How much do you think that one's worth? 10 cents. Excellent, excellent. Still has to pay. You say 5 cents, not $1 sign. And how about the one with a platypus? This animal's pretty rare, by the way. Has anyone seen a platypus? Yeah, the zoo? Very good. Which zoo? Taronga Zoo. Nice. Alright. How much is that one going to be worth? 20 cents? Excellent. Good job, guys. And finally, the biggest coin, alright? Does anyone know what the two animals are on the big coin? Excellent. Yes, the kangaroo and the other one, the bird. Anyone? It's an emu, alright? And how much is that going to be worth? You think? Alright? 50 cents. Excellent. Good job. Okay, so we know how much each of these coins are going to cost. Alright, so we know the basic foundations of how each coin works. But how about a dollar? Okay, let's look at the dollar. So the big one, these are the golden coins you see around. Okay? How many cents go into a dollar, do you think? Yes, Karen. 100 cents, that's correct. Okay? So there's 100 cents, 100 of these coins, or 100 in value of each coin. So for example, 250s will go into a dollar. Alright? Does that make sense? Great. So, in pairs, I want you to discuss some of the different ways that you can break down $1 into the different coins. Okay? Alright. So, is everyone good with that? Great. Let's go. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, or need to ask me anything, or need some help, just put your hand up, I will walk over to you, and just wait patiently until I do, okay? Excellent. Alright, Jimmy, how are we going? Yes, 250 cents do go into $1. But how about we try something a little bit more advanced, okay? So we look at the 20 cent and the 10 cent coin. Do you think you could try and figure out a way to work those two coins along with a 50 cent coin into $1? Yeah, excellent, great. How about you, Karen? How are you going? Wow, you've already found 4 different ways. That's pretty good. So how about we try something a little bit more advanced, okay? How about we try and break down $1.65? Alright, you want to try that out? Okay, good. I will come back to you. Stacy, how are we going? That's alright, you don't have to get it right away. Alright? So how about you look at it like this, right? So 50 cents, do you know what 50 plus 50 is? That's okay, alright? So let's think about what we did last week, alright? So let's break it apart. So let's take away the 0 from the 50. What does it become now? 5, right? $5. So what's 5 plus 5? 10, that's right. But we took away the 0, and we have to give it back, because we have to give things back when we take them away. What does it become now? Well, let's look at what we did last week, alright? We talked about the value of 0, right? If you take away the 0 from the end of a number, you got to put it back at the end of the number, right? Good, that's right. So, if we have 10 now, because we took away the 0 from the 5s, what does it become now, if we give the 0 back to the 10? 100, correct, very good. So how about you try thinking about it that way, but trying out with the 20s and the 10s, alright? So take away the 0, make 10 out of them, then add the 0 back to turn it all into 100. Okay, great, fantastic. Karen, how'd you go? That's okay. It was a difficult question, I was trying to push you, alright? So think about it this way, alright? You want to break the problem into two parts. $1 is 65 cents. So let's look at the dollar. We already know how to make a dollar, right? You already found 4 different solutions. But the 65 cents, right? You know, that's pretty easy, right, to do 65 cents on its own. So if you just add the two parts together, right? If you add 65 cents and a dollar, it becomes $1.65. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah? Okay, good. Great. Anyone else need any help? Cool. So hopefully everyone's got about 1 or 2, if not more, solutions to how to break down $1, and that's great. So now I'm going to get everyone to, you know, if they want, to give me some examples of how they did it. Jimmy. Yes. 50 plus 50 cents does equal $1. It's Karen. Yes, 2 20s, 2 5s, and what was the other number you said, I'm sorry? And a 50, yes, that's correct. 2 20s, 2 5s, and a 50 will equal $1. Anyone else? Yes, fantastic. Stacy. Yes, that's right. 5 20s will also equal $1. Very good. Alright, very good guys. So now I'm going to introduce the plastic fruit. I'm not dropping it too much. Okay. Does anyone want to just guess at how much each piece of fruit might cost? Alright, starting with the apple. I'll give you a clue, it's on the board. Yes, that's right. The apple is going to cost $1. The orange is going to cost a little bit more. It's going to be $1.50. And finally, the banana. The banana is going to cost a grand old $2.45. Okay? So, just by counting the coins on your desks, I want you to try and think about how much you might be able to buy without doing the math. Alright? Yes, Joey. How much do you think? Alright? You think you'll be able to buy 5 apples? Yeah? That's right. Good job. Yes, and why do you say that? Sorry. That's right, because if an apple is worth $1 and you all have $5, that means you can buy 5 apples, right? Because each is worth $1. So if you have 5 apples, each worth $1, that brings it all together to become 5. But what about the orange, alright? What about the orange? Any guesses? Well, that's pretty close, Karen. Why do you say $4 though? Yeah, well, yes, it costs more than an apple, so you'll be able to buy less. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. It's a good answer. And what about the banana, finally? Any guesses about the banana? Yes, Jane. Yeah, okay. You think you'd rather get 2. And why do you think that? It's okay. Well, how about we think about it this way, right? Did you think that perhaps because it was worth about twice as much as the apple, that perhaps it would be worth about half as much. And what's half of 5, right? It's between 2 and 3, so it would be either 2 or 3, and you guess 2. Okay, that's fair. Alright, so with that out of the way, I will get you all ready to go on your spending spree, alright? But first, let me just outline what we're going to do. First of all, I want you to consider that, you know, we're basing this particular part of the activity off what you just learned, alright? So using your money, the different kinds of fruit, and your kind of mathematical thinking, alright? And how it all comes together when you're kind of trying to buy stuff, alright? So in a moment, I'll get you all to stand up, not yet, and make your way to the front table. Remembering it is not a race. There is plenty of fruit to go around. Now I want you to buy as much fruit as you possibly can with the money that I've given you. But do not get more than 3 of each type. So don't come to me with 5 apples, for example. Once you've picked the fruit you would like to buy, walk on over to my desk, and I'll be standing there, and you can hand me the money. I will check that you will hand me the correct amount of money, so don't try and do anything shady, alright? I will check, but do not be worried if you make any mistakes, alright? Okay, this is all about learning, and we learn from our mistakes. Once you've purchased the fruit from me and given me the money, you can sit back down at your desk, alright? Okay, so when you're ready, I'm going to get you to make your way to the front and purchase your fruit. Remembering, it is not a rush, alright guys? Hey Joe, 2 oranges and 2 apples? Alright, enjoy. Jimmy, buying 3 oranges. That's a very good choice, alright? Do you want to get anything else? No? Okay, good, because you wouldn't be able to afford anything else. Okay, you can take your seat. Karen, getting fancy with a banana, alright, and an orange. Very good, okay, so take your seat. And hey Stacy, buying 2 apples and some grapes, right? Hey, do you see Jane over there? She looks like she could use some help buying some fruit. Would you like to help her? Okay, thank you, Stacy. Brad. I like your choice. I do. I really do. 2 grapes, an orange. Sorry, 2 bananas, an orange, and an apple. I know. I keep getting grapes and bananas confused. But yes, I do like it, but unfortunately it is a little bit expensive, alright? You can't quite afford all of that. Very good, alright? I'll take the orange from you. Oh hey Jane, alright. Buying 3 apples and an orange? Okay, it's a good choice, I like it. Very good work. And it was very nice of Stacy to come help you, right? Or, it's very nice of Stacy, rather, to go buying things with you, right? You should thank Stacy, okay? Excellent. Alright, fantastic work, guys. I see you've all made very good purchases. But now, to conclude all this, I would like you all to hypothesize, alright? Now that you've bought all the 3, you've handled the money, you've handled the fruit, I would like to take it up a step a little bit. I want you to hypothesize, using your brain, alright? If you had another $10, so you would have $15 in total, how much of each fruit do you think you'd be able to buy? Alright, so if you can buy 5 apples for $5, how many do you think? Right? Any guesses, perhaps? Very good, Jane. You can buy 15 apples. Alright, and how did you come to that conclusion? Alright, well, yes, 3 times 5 is 15. And if we can already buy 5 apples for $5, 15, very good. I can see someone knows their times tables. Alright. And what about the banana? Oh, sorry, what about the orange? Let's go to the orange first. Can anyone guess how much? 10. Very good, Joe. Very good. I'm impressed. And finally, what about the banana? Okay? Any guesses? Well, let's look at it like how Jane looked at it before when we were previously discussing it. If we think about how much the banana costs about twice as much as the apple, right? So that means that we'll be able to buy half as many bananas as you would be able to buy an apple, right? So if you can buy 15 apples and you halve that, how many can you buy? 7.5. Very good, Karen. Alright, so you can buy no more than 7.5 bananas. But of course there's the 45 cents tacked onto the end. So that means it costs a little bit more, which means it's going to be a little bit less than 7.5. Can anyone guess how much that's going to now cost? Very good, yes. It's going to be $6. Or, sorry, you'll be able to buy 6 bananas. Alright, very good, guys. So, that concludes today's lesson. But before we finish up, I would like you all to write down in your textbooks or your notebooks what you've learned today, right? Whether it be about the money or perhaps the different kinds of animals. Don't look over the whiteboard. But I specifically hope that you've learned how 5 and 10 cents can go into $1, how to use simple and addition and subtraction when you're handling your money, using estimation to guess how much things you can buy when it comes to, you know, you got your $5, how many apples do you want to buy? Like, you know, that sort of estimation there. And finally, just discussing different methods, right? Breaking down the different ways that you can find $1 of your money. Alright? Very good. Well, thank you all. Thank you.